Hi, it's Katie with Ray K Books, and today I'm doing the Viewer's Choice Pick book review of the month. This month, the book that got the most votes is Anna Dressed in Blood by Kendare Blake, and this book is perfect for Halloween. I absolutely loved this book. 5 out of 5 stars. It was fantastic, and I would definitely recommend picking this one up if you're looking for a Halloween read that's creepy with a bit of romance, but it's mostly just kick-butt action throughout the whole thing. If you don't know, this book follows a boy named Theseus Cassio, or everybody just calls him Cass, and he is a ghost hunter, and he is going after this ghost named Anna, and everybody calls her Anna Dressed in Blood because when she appears with blood all down the front of her dress, and it actually drips onto the floor, and she's very creepy. And so he is sent to this town to kill her. And so we get to go with Cass on his adventure to hunt down Anna. I don't know if any of you watch this show, Supernatural, but this book was fairly similar to it. I absolutely love Supernatural, and I felt like there were some elements that this book compared to, and I think while this book was very different from Supernatural, it also was similar in some subtle ways, and I actually really enjoyed that. Cass, as our main character, was one of my favorite main characters. It's unique to read from a male perspective. You don't always get that, and Cass was dedicated and determined, and he just had all of these great qualities, and I'd love to go with him on a ghost hunting adventure because he's pretty awesome. Anna is this creepy character to start with, but as the book goes on, we get to know her. She is one of the most dynamic characters I've ever read about, and I think that Kendare Blake did a fantastic job of showing her development and showing her as a ghost and also this person that had suffered this horrible experience, and showing that horrible experience is where Anna's anger is coming from, and that underneath all that, she is very kind and sweet. I also loved Carmel. Carmel is a very unique female character to me. She took everything gracefully in stride when she found out about the ghosts and everything that Cass does. I felt like it was a little more realistic. I mean, she didn't freak out and she didn't accept it completely, but I felt like she took it in stride, and I actually really liked that about her. I felt like she embraced and she helped out with what she could, but there were also boundaries set up. I really liked that realistic take. It made her very likable and very personable character. I also liked Thomas. He was sweet and charming in his own way, and the mother too. I really loved the relationship between Cass and his mother. I loved the way that she was supportive of him, but you could tell she really cared about him very deeply and was worried about him, but she respected him. I think that that's one of my favorite parent relationships in a YA novel. Also, this book not only has ghosts, but it also has witches. I have not read very many witch novels, and I loved the witches in this book. I loved how they were done. I loved the spells and the magic and everything involved. This story is so unique. I have never encountered this type of villain. I don't want to give it away because I think that when I was reading it, it was such a huge surprise and something I never saw coming that I don't want to reveal anything about it. I just want to say that I completely loved the turn of events, and I completely loved what Blake did with giving you this fresh plot line and this new type of villain. I think that it was utterly scary. There are some haunting aspects in this book, such as when Anna's described, she's described as having blood on the front of her dress, and the characters actually hear her blood dripping off of her dress onto the floor. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I took my time with it even though I wanted to keep reading more and more and more, but I really loved the flow. Her descriptions were incredible, and it was just this image that I had in my head, which made it scary and awesome at the same time. I don't know why this book hasn't been made into a movie yet. The imagery in this book is incredible. This is a fantastic book. I loved it, and I can't wait to pick up the sequel, Girl of Nightmares, I believe it's called. And since tomorrow is Halloween, I wanted to share with you guys what I will be reading. And I just picked this one up from the library, and it is Carrie by Stephen King. I have not read a Stephen King novel, and what better one to start with his debut, his first novel he ever wrote. And the movie recently came out. I haven't seen it yet, but I've seen the old one, and before I see the new one, I kind of want to read the book and see what the book's all about. And it's a perfect Halloween read, and tomorrow's Halloween. Let me know down below what you guys are reading for Halloween, and also what are some of the creepiest books that you have ever read. I hope that you guys all have a fun and safe Halloween tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Happy reading.